Let's get back to it then here. Map 2 in this elimination game of NRG versus 100 Thieves, and really playing for the right as well to potentially earn your spot at Santiago. I say potentially because this will just grant you access to that lower bracket grand final. Job's not finished, even if you win this matchup. But 100 Thieves, they've been hard-pressed. They have been really squeezed in that opening game. And honestly, listen, if they're trying to go for some learnings, I mean, let's take a gander at the compositions, right? Because one of the things that works so well against NRG is upsetting that preparation that they have coming in. But it looks like no real significant changes at all from 100 Thieves' side.
No, and I think that that is a big problem because we've talked about the anti-stratting and the prep that NRG are going to be able to do, and the desk has talked about the fact that 100 Thieves can't really play that G2 style where you, you know, the paper X style where you really run at NRG and disrupt everything that they're doing. And I think this comp with double initiator and the Astra, and even the chamber, it's going to struggle to do that. If that's the game plan from 100 Thieves to play more like how you saw NRG lose recently, I think you're going to struggle to execute on that.
Yeah.
But just to dial in on Abyss a little bit, this has been 100 Thieves' permaban map. They left it open in the game against C9, and they selected it as the third map, and they destroyed C9 here. So that was a real trap pick. They were trying to fake the fact that, oh, this is a bad map for us, this is our permaban, and then they were very happy to see it be played recently. So 100 Thieves clearly leaving it open here, hoping that NRG would go into it. This might be where the shoe's on the other foot a little bit, where 100 Thieves themselves can prep and be ready in terms of expecting their opponent's map pick. My problem with it is NRG are really good here, especially on their attack side. We saw their attack side against MIBR. It looked amazing. The value that they were getting out of Scuba's Viper was sublime. Their defense side, we didn't see too much of. So maybe this is an opportunity for 100 Thieves to get out on a good start.
Yeah, potentially untested NRG on this side of the map. We'll see. 100 Thieves are looking for better beginnings than that prior Pearl map.
This is a flood defense wall from Scuba, but they've only got 2 players over here early on.
100 Thieves willing to contact all the way up, so no util being used, no sound cues.
This shows you that they know how NRG want to set up. Using this defensive wall to be able to get into a position where you could triple face someone, and they're full contacting in.
Yeah, even the rendezvous just planted down towards the back there.
I mean, look at the prep.
All this space.
The prep compared to Pearl here.
It's night and day, and already, Kiko just wading right back into 100 Thieves with their sight lines. Not anticipating that they could be so far up already. There is a flank occurring, though. Mada's going to be trying to activate off onto that one side. It is watched for by Vora. Seems to be an awareness that you know roughly how they play. And yeah, Vora, across their placement. There in time. That's a salvo that catches Cryo. I mean, sure where that happened here. Timotino, though, will land that other shot off. Underhanded with a flash. Looking to see if they get that connection. And Brock was blind as anything, but Ethan and Brock, they're still alive. They're still kicking.
You can't lose this round.
Guns in their hands, surely not. It's a pull. This attempt to be blocked here. Half onto the defuse. The salvo, though, will have to be respected. The vulnerable applied. It's a potentially significant damage done. And potentially but a shot from Brock!
No way. Man, Cryo is going to be kicking himself that he just sat inside a salvo and died in the middle of that round.
What
and then NRG steal it away by body blocking the pull perfectly. That's mad. That is mad. I mean, you can't lose rounds like that. You just can't.
Benefit of doubt, was it both salvos at the back? Sorry?
I'm just looking at it, and he stood in the corner dying to a salvo.
Okay.
I think maybe he thought he was outside of the range of it or something.
That's tough.
The body block, though, is immaculate onto the pull.
Yeah.
Cost C9 in their game against 100 Thieves.
Okay.
Karma strikes back in the other direction.
Attempt of a punish. Timotino can't really exert himself enough to get in the face of Kiko, I think, with that shorty.
I feel for them, because the game plan was so nice on the pistol. They clearly had a great idea of how they wanted to abuse NRG's Viper Wall defense.
Yeah.
And when your game plan works so nicely, but then you can't stick the landing, that's a brutal feeling. And you've just come off the back of being dominated 13-3 on your map pick. Gotta hope that the mental cracks don't start to show here.
I love a defense here for NRG. They've got plenty of players in positions. The flash is nice, though. And Brock's attempt to see if he can relieve that pressure is punished almost immediately. Mada might be overextending himself. His way out to the open. He's got to try and dodge a lot of this Util coming his way. That's Team Flash. All good. Plant still not down. The salvos have been pulled out, though. Nade for it. Asuna would like to get this one, but Scuba looking from behind. That's a ricochet from the stun that apparently just brings down Cry, who was low enough for it.
30 seconds left.
He's only died so far to Tejo utility.
Yeah, he's having a tough time.
NRG committing heavy to these defense side flanks.
Nice shot by Timo.
He'd have to ace though, and Ethan shuts him down.
Good damage. At least 100 Thieves can say that much that they managed to do and put out onto their eco.
When you look at how NRG have played this map across all of the different compositions that they've run, they love pushing on defense.
Yeah.
Mada is always going to be looking for that timing to try to push. And in this round, you see Scuba do it as well. Holding over towards the B side of the map, pushing out on defense, getting that flank around.
Last player.
I flick flank and I hurt my fingers so bad.
We've got an injury on the side of 100
It's
Thieves.
not good. Mada hiding behind the ropes here. Flash overhead. It's a bit blind. Not sure if there's any sound cues heard. 100 Thieves are looking to really try and take this fight here, but they might be left unaware of these players' positions. Mada, yeah, he's just off onto the ropes, man. Rappelling off to the side. They don't know how to remove him still. It's Scuba. It's going to be deleted straight through the box.
Honestly, I'm not sure if they know he's here still.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if they even are aware of that fact. He's really... He's dicing with death, isn't he?
It's a devious position to be holding. This is the kind of play that you want to make on a bonus round like this. But look already at how much space that has been taken on the B side of the map. This is a bit like their game plan on the pistol.
Obscuring vision.
Pulling attention towards mid and being able to get Cryo into a very deep position is going to allow for the easiest plant in the world. Asuna gets that one down. And now it's about damage. How much damage can be done?
Whoa!
Oh, no, you can't be losing that again.
Yeah, bang, just missing the mark there on the player, and Mada answers back immediately. Cryo, gotta get rid of that drone. Vora at least gets the 1 kill onto Brock, but he was the weaker player. Asuna trying to play close. His position's gonna be noted there. Mada's gotta go down, and that needs to be clean. Rattling off, and the final few bullets will do it. Asuna able to get that done. Brings it into the 1v2 here for Ethan, and Ethan just unaware of Cryo's positioning. It's a round on the board here for 100 Thieves. Sorely needed.
The game plan is working for 100 Thieves. They're finding these openings over towards B. I'm more worried about the mechanics and the players keeping their heads in the game, to be honest with you. The stress and the pressure of the lower bracket and the fact that this is an elimination game does seem to be affecting player performances at some of these spots. Deep breaths.
Okay. Nice. I got more kills in one round than the whole game.
It's got to feel good.
Yeah.
Mada picks up an operator. Glass cannon looking to take that down mid. 100 Thieves with plenty of tools with the double initiator comp to try to clear him out or smoke him off, but they're headed towards A instead.
It's a quick drone, convergent pass as well. That's a connection up towards heaven. That near sight though. Blind. Brilliant util. Yeah.
Insane peel from Kiko.
He just relieves all that pressure immediately. It's going to be going all the way there, so NRG can still sit nice and pretty towards heaven. There's a lot of shots rain down. Kiko's doing the most right now, and he's a bit of help though. Cryo able to trade it. Getting involved. Ethan, see if he can walk forwards. It's a very aggro fight. There's no one else linked up with him to try and take that out. Mada with the op though, well trained, realizing that Cryo would try and go for another peek. John sees a lot here. 100 Thieves immediately retreating into the main positions. Got to be careful.
They have a pull, they have a salvo. Smoked off by the orb for now.
See it, no tap on the spike yet to pull out that util. There it is. First wave of it, gone out. Bang, bang! Crouch down, stands his ground. Pushes back the approach by NRG, and NRG realize, okay, well, Scuba gonna save the op, gonna get the hell out of that. It's not a winnable scenario, not with the amount of util they've got. So, another round on the board for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, managed to chain together their entry. Put a lot of pressure on Brock. He likes to drop into sight from heaven off the distraction of some of his players in backside, but this time he was put under overwhelming amounts of containment. They had Waylay ult in his face. He had salvos behind him over towards Bent as well.
One enemy remaining.
And bang, soaks up all of that aggression. Oh, NBS is still stressed watching this.
Yeah, don't blame him. Elimination does that to people.
But the buy... Is this the first time we're seeing NRG on an eco?
Feels like it, doesn't it?
I think it might.
Yeah. Money's been a little bit too good all throughout that first map. This can be a weird scenario. I mean, we were kind of talking about it yesterday, but Mada, he's the one with the big win con in terms of the operator that's in his hands, but he does want to play safe and try and keep it in for the next. And the rest of his team can help him. Gets rid of the drone.
You look at the armor that everybody's got, though, and Cryo, if he's given any opportunities with the Outlaw, will be one-shot body shot and everyone on NRG. It should be a clean round that 100 Thieves can mop up if they can avoid the op. The drone makes it feel like Mada might have been trying to re-push onto this angle.
Ethan is getting aggro. I mean, it's an eco round, so...
He's just looking for info as well.
Yeah.
If he jump peeks there and he sees more than just Vora, he knows that Tejo drone pressure was a little fake. But looking at the defensive setup, no one's really here to absorb this, and 100 Thieves should be able to find a pretty easy entry onto the A side.
Timotino straight in there. Util's primed. Ethan has a salvo. And denied a plan. Asuna will have to respect that, so he peels back off of it, going for round 2. Shock darts, ricocheting, 40 HP. Snake bite where that came from. Nade as well, but a snake bite with a slight miss, so Asuna's still alive and kicking. Through the back of the site though. Cryo, he's got his eyes on it with the Outlaw. Heaven position, should be locked down, and the rest of the guns should clean up relatively well towards the back of that site. Hard to step past that one choke point. Hungry for the kills, Timotino wants to go hunting for it. This is good, a lead for 100 Thieves. Much better beginnings. Significant turnaround as well from Pearl.
On Pearl though, NRG on the attack side were able to snowball a massive ultimate advantage and just keep rocking 100 Thieves back onto eco after eco. Here we've got a different situation, where 100 Thieves, the team that's in the position to potentially eco their opponents, is behind in the ult cycle. It's actually NRG that are up to, you know, the Waylay ult, the Sova ult, that are going to be particularly crucial for the next round. So Bonkar's taking a moment here to just chat with the team, construct a game plan that'll allow them to get their feet back underneath them, stabilize a little. And they should have a good opportunity to. They did struggle a little bit on the defense side against MIBR. I think they only won 2 rounds out of 7 or something.
It's a potential weak point.
Yeah.
NRG feeling the need to get an early timeout. When they feel like they're losing grip of the game, they are pretty quick, actually, to intercept.
I think Bonkar at this point has really proven his value as a coach.
Yeah.
World champion. Came in with a lot of hype and excitement from EMEA and Tier 2 and the stuff that he'd done with Oxygen before. And after a bit of a weird beginning with the team last year.
He was in and then he was out and then he was back in again.
But when he came back in, they had a meteoric rise. And I think there's a lot of well-justified confidence in him. Same could be said though, early days yet, but this new 100 Thieves coaching staff has been putting them into very good positions. 100 Thieves have done well in this tournament to get to the point that they're at right now, and they've got chances of being able to win here and push things to split.
You
the
want
ults,
to play?
though,
Let's play.
could well be the big deciding factor in this round. How do you navigate them?
Tour de Force pulled out for Cryo. NRG probably not going to be giving too many easy targets here. You can already see deep positions pushed back. So drone is immediately broken, and Timotino was eager to see if he can draw a bit of blood here to salvo over the top. What a punish by Scuba! Shotgun was pulled out of the hands of Timotino. He was hoping to see if he could catch a player unaware. The nade's rebounding. Back, and his wall is another problem entirely to deal with. Convergent pass now, that is going to be a connection. 2 players. Vora still gets the 1, but again, a complete collapse. NRG happy to play off the back of that ult.
Very good adjustment in this round. Not allowing 100 Thieves to walk up to that Viper wall without being under incredible pressure. Already see that tactical adjustment.
Spike. Hard to retrieve in a spot like this. The wall up though. Going back down again. Players could be way out into the open, just a slight jiggle. No one willing to give a gap because they know Cryo's still alive, and what a timing was given to him. Ethan just missed. Potentially the Cryo was lurking up onto that one. Scuba's time to activate. Wrapping around from the back here, and he's already caught Bang. Off the back of that sound pressure, yeah, Kiko.
It's great smoke from Kiko over towards Cliff as well, so that Scuba doesn't have to worry about that at all. He can just walk forwards and grab the wraparound on site. The way that they play around smokes is very nice at NRG. A great shot from Vora to make the round potentially winnable. But yeah, here you're seeing the big value coming out of the tactical timeout. That's the Bonkar value right there.
Nice! Good job, Scoop. Good job.
And NRG win the round that absolutely matters for them. And they didn't actually have to use too many ults either. Mada's ult was important to be able to grab the 2 players that were pushed up. But Brock keeps his to apply pressure to a planter.
Thieves going in a different direction. Through mid could potentially be a pretty significant weak point actually for NRG if they've just made the adjustments to stack more players over towards B.
And they did not spot Bang in that corner. I don't think Kiko's going to over-push this. But he's very confident in his aim, so I could definitely see him looking to try to take one and get out.
Hyper aggro. He's got Util out into his hands, props up the smoke in a one-way, and crosshair placement wasn't there, actually. Just trying to get back onto the line. Timotino, it's an early first kill for them. 100 Thieves not in the habit of rushing into things.
They know that Mada wants to push based off A pressure. Cryo is so ready for it. Mada's got a 6th sense, though.
He just doesn't want to overpush that.
Yeah, this time not going for it, not
committing.
committing.
It's just from that. It was an earlier round where Vora got a kill on him, but just the one read, inclination now happening. It's an Armageddon in through main. Everybody's going to be pushed into the side here, into the open arms of NRG. Comes out to raw firepower, and it's NRG who punched back harder.
30 seconds left.
Timotino refracted straight back into the tail ult.
That's tough.
Cryo in a 1v2, we saw him win a spectacular round on Pearl, single-handedly, with weaker weaponry than this, but he has no info about where these players are. Doesn't have a clue.
No. Barely any time to work with Ivor, and he is being surrounded on multiple fronts. The double dash, just to deny, that's a hinder, drop down. Cryo sitting duck, time has been bled out of the clock. There is nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. NRG take back the lead just by 1 for now.
You won't see rounds like that very often. The Tejo ult investment to win the 4v5 here. You can see Ethan throws it down, forces everybody in. Timotino backs off into it, and then he's running away from him.
That's brutal.
Like a deer caught in the headlights.
Good. This tail, they main.
Freaky.
They're going to immediately respond with their own tag timeout here, 100 Thieves, to be able to get some level of input. It's 2 rounds on the trot that Bonkar's been able to give them based on his coaching input.
Yeah.
NBS maybe just getting some feedback from the rest of the team, maybe giving a chance for Vora, in fact, to talk about what adjustments he wants to make. But yeah, they need to change things up a little here.
Yeah, NRG are already ahead of the curve, essentially, in terms of what they've made adjustment-wise. I mean, you saw it with Mada's lurks.
Yeah.
He's stopped himself short. I think that one kill Devora got on him, he was like, well, you wouldn't be holding that unless you've seen the VODs.
Yeah. Mada's early round positioning as well as adjusted. He's been starting every round on top of this B box, which gives him an angle where he can take early information into B main, and you either force out a drone, and what you absolutely stop is people contacting up to the Viper wall.
Yeah.
Look, he's going back over here again. And he hasn't been punished for it. You know, Cryo's not been hard pre-aiming that and looking to try to take an early fight. This actually might be a push from NRG.
Yeah, looking to find this one. Get some early control over towards B main. Now, no one is home. They're just walking up with the drones. Double drones, in fact, being expended by NRG. They're looking to put a squeeze onto any straggler.
Yeah, they're hard flanking here.
Yeah.
Trying to set up Mada.
100 Thieves, though, they have their eyes on the prize that is the A site.
This smoke is so nasty to deal with.
Yeah. Blockading it. Cosmic Divide, though, is going to be causing a couple of problems. Let's see if they can just flash underneath it. This is Scuba towards the back of the side. He's already chopped down 2, and he's bought time for the rest of the squad to get into place, but he might not even need it. A one-man army.
It's such a sick anti-strat against the Cosmic Divide round. So many teams do that Astra ult, and they look for the bridge plant, and Scuba's just got his orb already sat in that spot.
Yeah, and a snake bite too.
So 100 Thieves have to flash through, have to make the weird play of pushing your own wall. And Bang's left to pick up the pieces. It was his ult that got countered early. That is such a nice read from NRG as to how the ults are going to get played out. Could you find a better example?
I mean, it's perfect, right?
Of NRG basically being in the opponent's comms.
Yeah, doing their homework. Knowing how they want to play.
Yeah.
See the Cosmic Divide, like, okay, well, if they go for this play, we're ready for it.
30 seconds left.
The flank that they were setting up as well did get shut down. Bang's walking over the body right now. But it just didn't matter.
No.
Scuba's setup too good.
This is kind of alluding as well what we were talking about, where you do need to come into NRG with different looks, different game plans, catch them unaware, but it's tough to do that. I can't critique 100 Thieves too hard because you need really, I mean, high caliber players.
Yeah, and also you need time.
You need time to craft, you know, a completely new composition.
It took G2, what, weeks, honestly,
to find their identity.
To find their new identity.
Yeah.
They did not reinvent themselves from one day to the next. And it would be an unrealistic expectation for 100 Thieves to have come into this with brand new comps and a completely new style to throw NRG off. Yeah. Could they have tweaked some things here and there? Yeah, maybe, but they're getting read like a book, an open book right now.
Easier said than done. 2-round lead now for NRG. Still definitely possibilities for 100 Thieves if they can manage to correct that course, and not out of the fight just yet. Shock Dart's going to be flying overhead here. It's a significant fight into A main. A lot of util being used by 100 Thieves.
Mada can pop his refract and go for a jump peek for information. And if the drone doesn't see anything, Cryo's managed to dodge it, I think. Can Cryo get the punish on Mada? Stopping Mada from going for the flank in these mid-round timings is really important. It's not the be-all and end-all. We saw him get punished in the previous round. 100 Thieves still lost, but it is one component that you've got to be ready for.
Moving all the way over towards B. It's a drone that didn't clear all the way into A main, but...
See if he does pop the refract and go for the jump at some point.
NRG players are being pulled back over towards B. Testing all the way through here. Am I getting towards the back? It's a knife that's broken, though. That means that Mada can be safely tucked towards that cliff position, and there's players towards his back. He just needs to turn around, essentially, and he's going to be gifted, potentially, 2 kills, and there it is. Chopping them down, slicing through the opposition. 100 Thieves were not aware.
And it's a change-up of the Viper wall as well, isn't it? Instead of going for a bit more of a direct line across the site, it's tucked towards the corner.
I'm sorry, Josh, I can't take you seriously right now.
They're bullying them.
I mean, that's just unbelievable. That's unbelievably BM. The NRG spray in front of the downed KO while Lee knifes him. Not even quickly, too.
It's bullying.
It is. Yeah.
I said that they were bullying Asuna in the previous game, too.
What did you want to talk about with the wall?
They've changed the direction of it so you can't look back and see Mada, is the point, right? There used to be a gap on that left-hand side because they were doing more of a horizontal wall, and now it's really difficult to clear cliff backwards. You'd have to clear it forwards. So Mada never has to worry about his back until the wall drops and he's got the timing. It's just little details all over the place that are wonderful to watch from NRG. And NBS is forced to burn his second tag timeout in as many rounds. They lose 2, he calls a timeout. They lose another 2, he calls a timeout. But he's unable to right the ship so far.
NRG seem to be one step ahead. I mean, they definitely were on the other end of that last timeout when they hard read the Cosmic Divide plan.
Yeah. It's been a really impressive run for 100 Thieves up to this point, but there are some giants in the bracket right now.
Yeah.
Furia going through as our first team to qualify to Santiago. That's already a major surprise for a lot of us. But then to have what we thought were going to be the top 3 of MIBR, G2, and NRG still in here, always going to be an insane challenge for 100 Thieves. Are they capable of stepping up to the fight?
That's when the pressure gets to be the most, really, at this point in the tournament. There's elimination. There are no more second chances. 100 Thieves have to prove themselves here and now. Other side of the timeout will be looking to see if they can, again, even things up. 3 more rounds left to play for in this half. Looking towards mid.
Scuba's gone back to his previous Viper wall. Mada not playing on top of B. So in theory, 100 Thieves could contact right up to this again. But I think Mada's conditioned them to be worried now.
Yeah, definitely so.
He's been aggressive so many rounds in a row.
Scuba just jiggling this. Throwing to potentially get that information. 0 point though spells it all out. I mean, Cryo's deep into the site and Cryo just goes down. I mean, that's a follow-up damage, I think. Salvos from Ethan. Offloaded on top of it. The vulnerable potentially applied. 4v4 though, and Kiko's going walkabouts off onto the flank, and now this is a real problem. 100 Thieves, they can't get comfortable. All corralled up onto the site. Saturate's going to get a connection. Players are now weak in his paranoia. That is prime value right there. Plenty of players blinded up. The convergent paths offloaded. An attempt from Timotino to see if he can slow down his approach, but it's 100 Thieves that have to batter and fight their way forwards. Vora! It's the one that punched a hole through NRG and stopped them in their tracks.
Insane round that he's pulled out of absolutely nowhere. Convergent paths did stop NRG dead, but you thought that that was just a momentary pause in the action, and eventually they'd still find their value. Instead, Vora turns around and whacks him, denies the trade from Mata, and punishes Kiko on the teleport.
Yeah, okay.
Beautiful round.
I said they got to punch their way forwards. Vora's the one to do it.
They need more.
Yeah.
The attack side is good for NRG, and they've already got up to 6. Mata pulls out the operator, a change up, and a pit in A main. Challenges still for 100 Thieves to overcome.
Yeah. Pit's going to make it real awkward to work the map slowly. 100 Thieves don't.
Sticking to the new game plan of NBS. Put more pressure in mid, make the sites weaker, go back and hit the site in the late round. Maybe even leave Cryo as an insert.
Yeah, it seems to be the play. Drone broken. It's a balancing act right now for 100 Thieves. We've got to try and break a lot of this mid-round information, the drones that might get used for NRG to find out where 100 Thieves are. Door being broken, you can see their attention's pulled to mid.
Yeah, but you know, there's multiple avenues in mid. There's 3 players right now from NRG watching mid, and it does weaken the sites a lot.
To the
They're
pit.
going through the pit.
Scuba, he's holding part of this one. Here's the drone, they're trying to walk up past it. The drone is broken, but the players are decayed. 1 HP. Did have to vacate though. That pit's going to be dropped down. That's a saturator, doesn't really quite connect. That's a shot through the, okay, onto the wall. That's a lot of damage done, but again, NRG, they've got bodies in position. Scuba, where's he looking for that one?
He's waiting for the flash.
Trying to play anti, and it never came. Kiko all the way into the back of this one. Cry, oh, he can't get it going. Ethan just runs all over him into the back of the site. This is chaos before our eyes. Vora confirming a kill there. Ricochet onto the stun, bang. Up towards heaven, but Mata was aware of this and the time has run too dry. Barely any time to work with a saturate sidestep, but he's won the round just off the back of that.
No time for Vora to play with the hero of round 10. Oh, but he's getting messed with.
Last round before the
Getting played with. 7-4 lead.
Messy round.
It was. I mean, it was a crazy round too. Scuba getting knocked down to 1 HP inside of his pit. Yeah. Deciding to go through the pit in the first place instead of go back to B just to try to mix things up. Ethan running and gunning here too. There have occasionally been games from NRG recently where they've taken their foot off the gas a little bit and let opponents come back in. They do feel like they're in a silly mood, but it's not causing them round losses just yet.
It's just casual confidence that they emit really as a team.
And the buy's not good. Arsenal and Cryo, 2 long-standing players for 100 Thieves, with only Sheriffs and I suppose a Headhunter to work with.
Back to mid. 100 Thieves seem to piece something together. They do have some ults. As you already said, the weaponry not good. Headhunter bullets is what he's relying on.
Cosmic Divide is available here for Bang, and NRG have not gone for the same defensive setup, just assuming that 100 Thieves are not going to run the same Cosmic Divide round. It worked so badly for them previously.
They are grouping up, though.
They're grouping up A. I would be surprised if they went for it again. Yeah, they're calling a different one, where they take more of the site control.
The block off heaven control.
You are divided.
There it is. It's going to be slicing up the map pretty significantly. Kiko is going to be left onto an island here. Needs some help. Brock immediately dropping down to help out. Now towards the back, there needs to be that clearance. Snapping to the side. It's Tibertino. He's there. Forwards again. Kiko. He's got his back against the wall, and he still removes 2. The convergent paths, potentially enough to slow down the approach of 100 Thieves, but Mata can't get involved. Saturating the Hinder straight to the corner. But he's got to bide his time here, and the plant is down.
Asuna hasn't been able to upgrade a weapon. Can he get back and pick one up?
Found one now into main, but the fight's taken towards the back of the site. This is fast going by NRG. Ethan, he's low as anything, and the shot's just not quite connecting. Tibertino couldn't find it. 2v3. A lot of damage done here. Hopping up, Heaven is open onto the angle. Asuna turns his attention towards it. The damage there needs to be accurate, needs to be precise. And the bullets aren't finding their marks at all. Tibertino now off to the side. Tanks the snake bite, brings it to a 1v1. Him versus Mata. The refractor's up, 6 bullets left. It's a tap from Mata. He's looking to pull him out into the open. And now half onto the defuse. Mata trying to earn it. The win con's there. The timing is of the essence. It's currently running away from them. This is the best opportunity in a long while. And Tibertino capitalizes.
The Waylay v Waylay 1v1 and the rookie takes it over the world champ. They needed that. A 7-5 half. 100 Thieves finally pull a couple of rounds together at the very end to make it feel reasonable. But it took everything. Now NRG move on to their attack side, which has previously looked better on Abyss. Things are not going to get easier for these upstarts.
Still 7-5 is a very good half for them, considering what they were coming back from on Pearl. Spirit should be high for them. Self-belief should be there that they can try and bring this to map 3 in this elimination game.
We've got two esports endemic brands coming together to create a series of products for esports, for the biggest stages.
퍼포먼스랑 컴페티션이 주요 키워드다 보니까 레이싱이라는 테마를 잡고 거기서 이제 영감받은 그래픽 요소들이나 다이내믹하고 날렵한 그런 실루엣 같은 것들을 저희 FS1 마우스에 적용을 해봤고요.
我们希望可以协助 Pulsar 成为电竞圈的顶尖品牌，而 Voxy 是其中一个助力。
Two-round difference between these teams. 100 Thieves and NRG are fighting to battle against elimination here. The loser, obviously, out of the tournament, out of the kickoff bracket, and out of chances to see if they can qualify for Santiago. That's what these teams are playing for here and now. The fist bumps go out here. 100 Thieves, though, much better beginnings to this map compared to Pearl in the last. They brushed it off, but they've got to keep it going. That's the important point to make, really. Keep the momentum.
And they've played so much already in kickoff, but you've got to find the energy to dig deep and try to win this. It's your first opportunity to deal a blow to NRG.
NRG all in here. This is 5 players over towards the A site. Yuto's already going to be flying towards the back of it. Heavy test over towards Bang, but he's already going to be peeling all the way back here. And with a flash. Yuto is going to be forced out of him. A lot of stray shots and potential damage here. Players are going low, but no kills confirmed.
The flank, the flank.
Flank, Timotino coming online here. Stun ricochets, but 100 Thieves are eager to play with pace and conviction, trying to take it to them. Scuba isolated now. Spike dropped way out of his grasp. 100 Thieves know exactly where his position is. Patience to be played now. With the Sheriff, 50 seconds to work with.
He's got a lot of time, and this Viper Wall should make Vora a little worried, because Scuba could use it to get into the site. He's made a footstep, though. 40 seconds still to play with.
Potentially the wall timing up. He's got fuel to burn.
30
Position
seconds
could potentially ISO a fight here if Vora's not careful. The angle potentially unanticipated, but Vora's there. Comfortable and calm, is able to land those shots. And so the pistol round, first hurdle cleared here for 100 Thieves. They should be able to bring this level.
Vora, rookie IGL, is actually performing as one of the best players right now in terms of finding the big rounds and big moments. His aim has been crisp today, kept them alive.
All I need.
Cold.
Apparently so.
Cold. They got money in the bank now, 100 Thieves. NRG, again, full group up, all 5 players here. They are just sending it into B to see if they can get a plant down or maybe a couple of kills, but Util is going to be following them shortly. As you can see, it's already making it a difficult task. Asuna collecting a bunch of these kills. That's going to be useful to try and build up this ultimate.
I love
to get involved.
I love the aggression on defense.
Yeah,
I love the way that 100 Thieves are
excellent.
playing this. Yeah.
100 Thieves taking a page out of G2's book.
And also out of NRG's book themselves. And this is how NRG would play the defense on this map if you just straight up ran at them. You know, playing to flood, playing to fight, dropping through the heaven smokes on A, looking to try to get his bodies into the site and brawl with you.
One enemy remaining.
100 Thieves look prepped. They look like they have a nice style here. It's winnable. Boncar with a wry smile. That eco plan not quite working, but now we're back into rifle rounds.
Yep, 7-2-7.
I say rifle rounds, there's 3 Spectres online for 100 Thieves. Yeah. They're going to want to take close range engagements.
Aggro position by Timotino. Trying to get a bit of a vantage point so we can see over this wall, because it does cause issues in terms of mid-round info. You don't know if somebody's lurking up.
It's hard to hold.
Yeah.
They could be anywhere. I mean, he's pre-aiming this angle around the other side of the pillar, but when that wall is up, they could be out in the open on any kind of direction. Could be double, triple facing you.
Timotino doesn't try to break the drone, instead squaring up for an engagement.
There.
He'll be dropped because of it.
Don't mind him being bold in this round. You're unlikely to win it anyway. You're on a bonus with lighter weaponry, but I'd expect him to take the more passive, safe option on rifle rounds generally. But 100 Thieves are getting bodies into A on the back of that. So now that they know that NRG have been putting a premium on taking A position, they stack that side of the map.
Toxins going up.
Drone used to see if we can clear up the picture here, but that's going to be broken. And a drone used on the other side of things here. Vora now all attention. There's a lot of util, and it does spell it all out. Asuna, snake line up. The salvo pushes him back out of the way. He's forced to let loose of it early. And now through heaven, that's an important fight to be won out. Mada does go down, but NRG, they still have the better weaponry.
Plant is being denied, though. 100 Thieves are doing a good job of that.
Yeah, 20 seconds left. Still holding it down with the guns! Rifle, well aimed. And Ethan's able to just dismiss the backside pressure.
Quite individual, though. He had to take a 1v2 in backside without any teammates. He needed to land some crisp kills, and he did. Both IGLs, both Tejos, top of the scoreboard.
Clear premium by 100 Thieves here, playing Plant Denial.
Yeah, they're playing Plant Denial in order to buy time, to get bodies on the site, and then flood defend. It's a really good way of being able to play a best defense. But they're at a 1-round disadvantage, and now they're the team that might end up getting eco'd.
Yeah, time paused.
Hello.
See what this ends up being.
Pause a Technica.
Yeah, players out of their seats maybe. We saw a lot of that yesterday.
Please don't. Please don't. I'm scarred.
Yeah,
I'm scarred.
We'll get this solved momentarily, I think.
Yeah, we'll see what the issue is. But I think already you're seeing that the game plan from 100 Thieves makes a lot more sense than what they were trying to run on Pearl. This is a winnable map for them.
Yeah.
So you've got to dig deep and utilize your opportunity when it's presented to you. NRG's attack side is really strong, but 100 Thieves look like they've got what it takes to go toe-to-toe.
Yeah, definitely come into this map with more gusto. Preparation, of course, being a key element here, but I love the fights that 100 Thieves are taking. The pace is a big part, at least alongside a lot of the anti that G2 are running, but there's a lesson there, I think, in terms of G2's win over NRG. I think you want to limit test until they can prove otherwise, that they can just push you back.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I think Timotino is going to be a player under pressure, though, on this defense side. He's going to be looking for opportunities to push out the map, like Mada would be, but he's also going to be looking for opportunities to take early fights for information. He doesn't necessarily need to be able to get picks, but he does need to be able to challenge NRG, drag utility out of them, and buy time for defensive rotates behind him. And that means he's got a lot on his plate to avoid dying.
Yeah. Short and sweet. Straight back into the action here. This time rifles online for both teams. Salvo in through the door. It's going to be breaking it. Makes it concerning, I think, for 100 Thieves. Normally, you'd want a player to be checking that spot.
Yeah, someone could easily be inserted into vent here. NRG had an A split that they were running against MIBR that looked beautiful with that. It was Ethan and Scooter. And there's the Timotino peak. He's got so much on his platter. He's got such an important job. If he does go down like that, it's going to be very tough for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, it's not a concrete game plan to deal with his Viper Wall.
No, just swinging through it is... it's a very bold way of playing.
Yeah.
It's ambitious, to say the least.
Drone the sidestep, but a player advantage now for NRG. they're umming and ahhing. They're wondering about where they should be ending. Mid-exploration, hold on. Those guns, bang, potentially caught unaware, no, but Asuna just gets the one, gets out. And now a mad dash over towards the A site. Players, though, in position, already towards the back of the side. Asuna is making sure that he asserts himself. Double dash. Mada's trying to get involved. That's a good saturate. Will slow down. Asuna, for at least to a degree. Double flash is already going to be used.
Here comes Scuba on that backstab, that vent angle that's been open for so long.
And all this time and all this sound pressure. Listen, 100 of these might be collecting these kills, but they're not ready for that. Scuba activating. Off the back of it, Vora left to do it all in a spot like this. But Scuba, the one on top.
100 Thieves were ready for that in the early round. They were ready for it in the mid round. But as soon as NRG created that pressure through A main, they forgot about it. They had to focus their attention forwards. And with one player down, this gap was so open. Scuba wins the round with a great reposition.
I got. Good call. Good call.
Yeah, it sounds like Ethan might have been the one to try to tell Scuba to do that late round pathing. And it's knocked 100 Thieves' economy down. These opportunities slipping away from the Thieves.
They can need more. It's a 2-round difference for now, but now to get a little bit wider. Dash from Mada is already in, and Timotino, he's obviously playing a bit more risky. The whole team, in fact, when they're on the half by money, you need to take risks to see if you can win a round like this one, but all gone a little bit wrong there. Brock hard committing. Damage by the util.
I like that. You're getting sandwiched from both sides.
Yeah. 31 HP, still eager to take these fights. He will get dropped though. Asuna's there with the sheriffs, and now NRG start to roll back. Playing a bit more passive. Everybody from main, they have util to work with. One set of salvos. Smoke up. Salvos used early though, and a gun handed over. 2v4, time ticking though, and surely the gun should help them out here. Bit of spray into the corner, it's a predictable angle. So the smoke is doing a lot to obfuscate. Asuna, head poking up, finds the one, but eventually goes down, decapitated, and Bang can only do so much.
No time to work with towards the end there for 100 Thieves, and no weaponry either. But they're about to go into a rifle round, and this is really last chance for them. 3 rounds in a row for NRG on the attack side, but 100 Thieves have had their chances. They've just failed at some small moments. You know, Timo walking through the Viper wall, Scuba coming around for the backstab through vent. Otherwise, though, they've been in the game.
There's actually a new guy.
Yeah, so they're talking about those insta flanks that are going on. But they're thinking it would be Timotino. It was actually Cryo in this round. But it is something that NRG are so ready for.
Yeah, thinking about it.
Early pressure on one side of the map can certainly pull that out.
Salvo is so annoying to deal with.
Yeah, it's really tough.
It just breaks both doors, and then suddenly, I mean, they've already been punished once for it. 100 Thieves are now going to be conditioned to be, well, we've got to keep at least one player with an eye on it.
Which just weakens the sight holds.
Yeah.
Because Timotino is now forced to just stay in vent for a bunch of the round.
Can't get active in main. Not that it was really working for him, but...
Drone comes through as well. And they can combo together these ultimates for NRG if they can find a player that they want to put pressure on. Teo Drone is going to allow Cryo to get on a really deep angle here.
Yeah, he's passed.
So this is great info, actually, for 100 Thieves. This is a really nice adjustment.
Now they start stacking bodies over towards B. Already, Scurry and a Marathon sprint over towards that B side to make sure that they can reinforce it because of all that info that Cryo's got.
And you can't really Soveralt this because Asuna's just going to cancel it with the null command.
Yeah, he's holding it, lying in wait. He's going to use it preemptively, actually.
30 seconds.
Push them back, and that might be why. Yeah, the 30 seconds time pressure, trying to really apply it down. That spike has to be dropped down, but it's, again, shots into the smoke. Asuna's able to collect a kill onto Ethan. This has stunted the push from NRG. Really finding it difficult, but as that no command fades away, is the convergent pass going to be layered down, slowing down. He approached the defense now, is left scrambling, wondering how they can push this one back. It's Bang round to the corner, but he lands it anyway. Hunter's Fury, an attempt to try and take these fights. NRG, it's an awkward scenario, and the salvo's jumping over. Timotino collects. That is a round win. With Cryo playing his life. Expensive at the bitter end, but a round nevertheless. 100 Thieves can be happy with it.
All about the time pressure and all about the way that they got Cryo set up in front of the Viper wall over on A. You see the evolution of ideas from 100 Thieves. Timatino was trying to challenge it in a previous round. He got punished. This time they layer it with the Tejo drone, and that allows the other 4 players to get over here. And this was a mad dash to deny the plant. If the plant goes down, it's still really winnable for NRG, but they heavy invested there to make sure that the clock was NRG's worst enemy.
Uh-oh.
Big crunch.
Yeah, big crunch. Potentially waiting in the wings here. Conversion passes there. Cryo.
Oh, they're late on it.
Take a first contact with that operator. Matter's already ahead of it all. It's going to be hindered. Slowed down. Like you said, they're ahead of it. Pace is the name of the game. Kiko with that TP into the back has made it mightily uncomfortable with that smoke prop down. 100 Thieves were left guessing as to where the players could be.
Just too slow. The game plan's great from 100 Thieves, but they were slow on the execution. And now they've been washed away. A 2v5. Bang and Asuna. No chance of conversion. What a pace change for NRG.
Yeah, and that's the trouble with playing against NRG. They're methodical. They plod along at a familiar course, but they will turn it up when they have the ults.
And you can see there that 100 Thieves was simply not ready for that. They were expecting the same kind of, as you say, a bit more plodding, a bit more of that attacking default play, where there's a drone pressure and Matter's not instantly in your face. But the follow-up there was rapid. And Matter locked that position down. No opportunity to follow up at all. That's a wasted waylay ult. Puts 100 Thieves in a tough spot again. They're going to be down by 3 rounds. And NRG only 2 away from eliminating them from kickoff.
Yeah, and just when they thought they were making the right adjustments, Gun will not be saved into the next. Matter goes hunting.
Brutal. That is brutal. Because you've got minimum loss bonus to work with.
Yeah.
Absolute tragic scenes for the economy of 100 Thieves.
Right when we're potentially entering the tail end of this map and potentially the series if NRG keep this going.
Turning up the tempo there from NRG is a beautiful call, and Ethan's hit them with a dagger to the heart. This should be an opportunity for NRG to get up to match point.
Deep Knife Asuna already running away from it. It's a stack of buddies onto B.
A real gamble.
Yeah, it is, essentially, at this point with the half-buy.
I don't think it's a bad gamble, though. NRG went heavy A in the previous round. You're expecting them to swap things up a little bit. It's either going to be a slow A round or an eventual pivot over towards B.
You're hoping that NRG will just walk into that trap, but they are cautious. Look at them up against the half-buy. No one is essentially stepping past the barriers.
They did lose one of the rounds recently to the clock. So that could be playing in the back of their mind a little.
There's a nade, double salvos. 100 Thieves have tools to deny the plant. Gets around a minute mark though, and now starting to make some moves around the map.
Rogue doesn't see anything. Yeah. And so starting to go in this direction. I think Scuba just heard that as well. Scuba just heard the double dash coming out through B, and so he knows that they need to accelerate now in A.
Yeah, because the information's coming from 100 Thieves. He's going to start to look to stack this one. Armageddon laid into the back, underhanded with a flash. Asuna looking to try and survive in his spot, but he's revealed on top of it. He is being squeezed and sandwiched. The pressure is all over the place here. Not able to get too much more done. Plays into the back. Cryo trying to play off all of that pressure again. It's the Util to try and deny that plant. He was hoping to try and take and win the timing. But they've been swatted down. Any attempt to try to win this one, and the aim is good right now. Sharp and well honed from the NRG squad. They're not letting anything slip.
One enemy remaining.
And just sidestepping most of the Util that comes their way. That's up to 12. That is flawless for NRG now. And they are one step away from a date with destiny in that lower bracket grand final.
They've got 4 chances of being able to close out here. The defending world champions have turned up in great form. 100 Thieves, they've got good ideas, but this defense side, they've not really been able to execute on it. They are going to need to turn their fortunes around fast to drag this one to overtime.
One enemy remaining.
But with the Waylay ult and the Viper's Pit
guys, massive.
available for NRG, it should still be plain sailing. See what kind of ideas Ethan has in the bank. Oh, this looks like the A-split round that we were talking about for MIBR. They've conditioned it, and now they're going to show it.
Doors are open, smoke to obfuscate. That's 2 players being inserted, and 4 is immediately taken out. That could be it. Potentially the first nail in the coffin. Cryo immediately pushed back and away because the pressure up to Heaven is a little bit too much. The snake bite, there's no swing attempt. And now the Pit, drop down. Heaven is entirely theirs. NRG are choking out 100 Thieves, ripping away the map control. And with it, their chances in a round like this to try and come back into the series. Underhand with a flash, it's good. Kills need to be better though. Asuna just with the one, and up overhead. It's Brock and Mata dropping it all. Bang can only do so much, but this is NRG sent flying into that lower bracket grand finals.
The world champions in world-beating form have now become the demons in the lower bracket, waiting for a victim to fall down potentially. God, I don't know if I would feel comfortable with them awaiting down there.
Now
It's a shark pit.
Exactly. They're going to be keeping their eyes on the prize, watching that next game coming up. We will be sending another team to Santiago. For NRG, they'll have to wait to see if they're going to be one of the teams that end up going. But for now, a victory, they'll take it. A clean win, clearly off the back of preparation.
For sure. And will we get to see a rematch one way or the other? The world champs against a super team, or the world champs against the team that's consistently defied them, G2 or MIBR?